Good morning, students. Already we have discussed about the differences between physical and chemical changes. Now we are going to discuss about the changes involving change in state of matter and changes involving change in energy. Let us discuss about the change in state of matter. How can we say that the change of matter is taking place? Whenever we see that the ice is changed to the water, we can say that it is a change of state of matter. But the process of change of state of substance from one state to another state at a definite temperature, this is called as change of state of matter. The best example is either the freezing of ice, melting of ice, or condensation and sublimation. These all comes under the change of state of matter. In the melting of ice, in the melting, what happens? Not only the melting of ice, if it is a melting of candle, the wax will be in the solid state. The solid state on heating will be changes to the liquid state. That means the change of matter is taking place from solid to liquid, and in the freezing it will be taking from liquid state to solid state. In the condensation process, water vapor will be changing to water. Then what is the state of water vapor? The state of water vapor is gaseous state. This gaseous substance will be changes to liquid state. That means it is changing from gaseous state to the liquid state. And sublimation. What is sublimation? The process of changing of a solid substance directly into the gaseous state is called as the sublimation. And in this, the camphor, solid camphor will be changing directly into the gaseous state. We can't see the liquid camphor, but directly the camphor will be changes to the gaseous state. So even here also, the solid is changing to the gaseous state. Solid is changing to the gaseous state. In this all examples, the state of matter of the substance is taking place. That means the changes which are involving in change of a state of matter are melting, freezing, condensation, sublimation, and burning of the substance also comes under the changes involving in state of matter. The next one is changes involving change in energy. As if already we have known about the differences between the physical and chemical changes, the last point is the heat energy may be absorbed or released in the physical change, and heat energy will be absorbed and released in the chemical changes. So according to that, energy is absorbed in the physical changes, in which changes the heat energy is observed is melting of ice, boiling of water, and evaporation. In these processes of chemical changes, the heat is observed in order to melt the ice or boiling of water, or for the evaporation process, they will be observing the heat energy. Without heat energy, these processes will not be possible. So, using the heat, there will be the change of the substance, that is the melting of ice will take place. So whenever that energy is observed, it will be changing its state from the solid state to liquid state. That means whenever it is observing the energy, it will changes its intermolecular state. Intermolecular of attraction will be decreased in the melting. Whenever the heat is observed, the intermolecular force of attraction will be decreased, and so that it will be changes from the solid state to the liquid state. As if the intermolecular force of attraction is decreased, slowly it will be changes its state, and so that its intermolecular space will be increasing. We know that solids will be having more attraction power, intermolecular attraction, isn't it? But whenever it is changing to liquid state, the intermolecular attraction in the liquids is less. That means after observing the heat energy, they are changing from the solid state to the liquid state. Okay. And even in the photosynthesis, is the photosynthesis possible without the light energy and heat energy emitted by the sun? It's not possible. Here also, even though it is a chemical change, in this chemical change also, there's energy is observed in the photosynthesis and it is also changes. The change involving in change of energy is taking place. And energy is released in some of the chemical reactions or the physical reactions, the energy will be released. The examples for the energy release are freezing, combustion and digestion. These are the examples of the changes in which the freezing, combustion and digestion will be releasing the energy. In that, for example, freezing. In order to freeze the water, what is the state of the water? The state of the water is liquid state. As if it has to, whenever it is placed in the refrigerator, it has to convert from the liquid state to the solid state. In order to change from the liquid state to solid state, it has to release some heat which is present in that. Whenever it is releasing that heat energy, so that the intermolecular force of attraction will be increases. Whenever it is releasing the heat energy, so that intermolecular force of attraction will be increasing. And whenever the intermolecular force of attraction is increasing, intermolecular space will be decreasing. So that intermolecular force attracts and intermolecular space will be decreased. Attraction force increases and space will be decreases, so that it will become from the liquid state to the solid state. That's why it will become hard. Okay, in this state, the liquid state to solid state has come. And even in the remaining process also, they will be releasing some heat energy. They will be releasing from some heat energy. For example, if you go for the digestion, the food which we are eating will be broken down into smaller pieces, and so that it will be many processes will be taken out and finally it will release some energy. And due to the digestion process itself, we will be getting some energy in our body in order to move or do all our activities. Okay, children. So these are the changes involving in the state of matter or changing energy. Okay, thank you, children.